You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out. Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. How effing deep will this story continue to get? How deep can it get? It's one story. Like, how many sides is it to this? First, you got them saying that this was all done because Big U's studio wasn't the studio time that Big U allocated for Rashawn Williams, right? I hope I said his name right. Was not being utilized. He wasn't using the studio time, aka projects can't get done, and I can't export any money off of you. Then it was due to a diss track, right? And some report that it was both of those put together, right? Just yesterday, I reported on RW's, Rashawn Williams' mother. She came out and said that, yeah, the problem was that my son told Big U no. Big U doesn't like to be told no. And Big U did it. Yes, he did it. I know for sure. A mother instinct told me it was because he told him no. So today, things have took yet another turn. Yeah. How many sides to the coin on this one, right? Yeah, your guess is just as good as mine. So the fact that came out, it's not a fact. The thing that's in the air now makes it's the biggest wow in the world, but it makes everything make sense. Perfect sense. Why? Because, dude, you got to wonder, just like I was wondering, you remember when Big U was allegedly telling his son over the wire, don't talk to the feds about Rashawn Williams unaliving? Remember that? Did you ask yourself, why would the feds even be interested in Big U's son? Why would they be talking to Big U's son about a guy that he has nothing to do with, right? I was always scratching my head about that, right? But it's up in the air that Big U's son and RW in the paperwork, also known as Rashawn Williams, man, I hope I'm saying his name right, man, was in a relationship. Man, I can't make this up. In a whole relationship, man. And so you would ask yourself, okay, so why would Big U do this to him? Well, pride is a strong thing. And some fathers are so prideful and they want their son to be so much more than them. And they have so many expectations for their son. When they get news such as your son that went astray, he's messing with the same gender and things of that sort, man, some fathers, man, they will rug with a D at the beginning themselves. They will rug with a D at the beginning someone else. You feel me? They will unalive themselves. These This is not foreign to you. And as in this case, they will unalive somebody else, right? This should not be foreign to you. So that's what we're going to be getting into today. Before we do, just got to ask you, can you please hit that like button? This allows YouTube to identify that this video has potential, and they recommend it to more people, and more people can look at my video just like you're looking at it. You know, I appreciate that. Share this with whoever you can, whenever you can. You know, that's also appreciated. And I know it's from your heart. So last but not, well, subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to do it now, you can wait to the end of this video just to see if I earn it, right? But if I earn it, you know, let me get that. And if you forget, by the end of the video, I'll remind you at the end. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on any and everything I post to this channel. All right, now you ready for that thing. Roll it.
But it seems it doesn't quite fit in the story. Because
it fits. It fits.
Okay, because they're saying this artist, RW, who was signed to Big U, made a diss song about him.
Right.
And Big U went and killed him and dumped his body in the desert.
Well, from what they're saying is, pretty much Big U got a history of eliminating people, allegedly, that don't agree with him and the way he conducts his business. A lot of people, Big U got a lot of people hating on him right now. A lot of people are coming out speaking on him. This is what is convicting him. Do I feel sorry for him? You really can't feel sorry for him but he's not the only one out there that's, you know, living a life. The RW, the young dude, if it went down that way, it's fucked up. I said it once before. When you're out here representing the gang and the hood and all this other shit, I believe civilian people are off limits. You don't just go because he feel a certain kind of way about you. And hearing the stories, it kind of fit. Hearing the story, allegedly his son was whoop-de-whoop with the football. The other boy.
Now I heard about that. We talked about this. This was a rumor that this guy RW was having a relationship with one of Big U's sons.
Yeah.
If that's the case, why would you shoot the boyfriend? He'll just go get another boyfriend if that's the case. Unless this is some older dude and the son is underage, which he was not.
Yeah.
I don't really see that as a reason.
But what if you as a father is trying to do the best for your son and then find out that he's this kind of way with boys? I'm going to kick your ass and I'm going to get rid of the boyfriend. But do you go to the extreme?
What is getting rid of the boyfriend going to do? If your son is, if your son is a willing participant, he'll get another boyfriend.
You gonna
keep boyfriends? Is that the plan?
I'm still a proud father, and
man,
I don't
listen,
want
you're
my
a proud
son
father,
to be.
but look, you have kids, and kids are gonna do what? Did your daughter go and do everything you had hoped that she would do, and went down the path and listened to you, and you had control to influence her actions? No, she did what she was gonna do.
Moving right along to the comment section, we have @BitDog RT8352. If his son is in the NFL, normally that isn't a good look for players. I'm not too familiar with the NFL or sports in general and their conduct, contracts, and so on and so forth. But I would imagine as a guest that because of endorsements and people that are promoting you, and they might want you to promote their water or something like that. And just for the sake of their sales, people getting the water, and they might want to put your face on the water. You know what I'm saying? They might release a new flavor of water, a kiwi, strawberry, Power Punch energy drink, might put your face on it, and people might be getting it like, Ooh, I don't want this. Kids might get like, I don't want this rainbow drink. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff affects sales greatly. So yeah, I can understand. Moving on to the next comment at Mikey Pressure. Hope I'm saying that right. The boyfriend could have threatened to expose it. That's always a possibility when you dealing with those type of dealings, you know what I'm saying? But would that have made Big U go into action like that to that extent? You know, Big U knowing that he's the age he is and knowing that that act would be risking the rest of his whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. Moving on to the next comment. At Yazin Monaism. This is the hardest name I ever ran into pronouncing, but y'all see it up there. They say that he could have a video of Big U's son in a compromising situation and threaten to expose it. Yeah, that's always a possibility. That falls in line with the last one. You know what I'm saying? Like, would that, but like I asked, would that make Big U mad enough to spring into action and do something like that? You know, with things like that, right? I would be expecting the person that is on the line to be exposed to do that, aka Big U's son. I would expect him to put his life on the line before Big U does, even though that's his son. A person that's on the line, on the verge of being exposed, is way more emotionally attached than a daddy. You know what I'm saying? Way more affected, attached, all that. But a daddy always gonna protect the son. So, you feel me? It's a possibility. You know, a lot of people seem to think, like those last two comments, that Big U hands was forced in some type of way. And that's always a possibility. In this sense, y'all saying like in a father way, right? You feel me? The lengths that fathers go to protect their children, and particularly their sons, the ones that they want to be a split image of them and they want to be better than them. They want to make, because it's like as human beings, we genuinely want better for ourselves, but some of us just don't have the resources to become better, man. You feel me? We just stuck in this sense of existence. So when we get a child, or even before we have a child, I want a child bad. I don't have a child, but you know what I'm thinking of? I want a son. I want a son that already right now I'm thinking I want a son that's way better than me, man. I want a son so cold, so smart, so many businesses. You know what I'm saying? That's pre-planned as for a man. So I can understand the lengths a man will go to. But this right here, that's nonsense, man. If your son was partaking in a lifestyle that he was not, whether he was not comfortable with it or not, he was partaking in that lifestyle, you know, you should have been there as a father to support him. But son, you making life choices. And us as men, we have to deal with those choices, man. Those should be the talks, not springing into action to off someone over foolishness. But y'all let me know what y'all think about these comments in the comment section, and what I just said. Let me know what you think about that also in the comment section. Along with that, please do not forget to tap that like button, share this as I said in the beginning. And we talked about you subscribing if I earned it from you, and that you would do it at the end if I did earn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to remind you, as I said I would, you know, and my hand is out because I'm expecting that subscription, right? Please and thank you. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on everything I do. This is the self-proclaimed #1 news reporter on YouTube at this time, the real Soda TV. I'm out.